Good morning, and welcome back to Unraveled Gaming Thoughts. I finally made it back to the board here to play some Spirit Island, and I am trying out a couple of different video techniques, so you'll be able to see me while I play this time a little bit more, hopefully. We'll see how it works. And today I'm playing with a spread of Rampant Green. I believe I've played with this one in the past, and this was a rather challenging spirit to play with. The one thing I've got to get going here is I have not yet set up the invaders on the board, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I did use board D on this one. I think I've used A on all the others, so this could be weird in some ways I might even be cheating, but I'm not. I've already set up, so I'm gonna go and play with board D because I can't remember if it mattered what kind of board I used. So the invaders are going to. We're gonna go to the jungles and do that business there. Let's see, I've got my 4 fear, and I've got my fear cards, but put them on the wrong side of the board, so we're going to put them there, and I think we're good now. Alright, so a spread of Rampant Green. I can choke the land with green whenever invaders would ravage or build any land that has my presence, or actually has a shrine. I can prevent it by destroying one of my presence in that land. If they would ever build in the land where I have a shrine, I can prevent it by destroying one of my presence. So that's interesting. When I'm adding presence to the board via growth, I can optionally use my destroyed pieces. But if the island is healthy, I can do so freely. If the island is blighted, it'll cost me 1 energy per destroyed. Okay. The island is blighted. I mean, if there's any blight, or it must be just that area is blighted. It's going to cost energy to move piece back in. Okay. Alright, and so we have some slow and a fast power. The fast power requires a shrine, 1 away. I can defend 2, or I can defend 4, or I can remove 1 blight. Alright, but it takes 5 leaf, which there are 2 plants I can get once I've gotten more of my tokens on the board. My slow power, I can do 1 damage to 1 city or town, and I can repeat that power and repeat it again the more I have it. So getting these out on the board is going to be significant. So every growth phase, I always put 1 presence in a jungle or wetlands. And it can be 2 away. That's interesting. So, that is interesting. And I want to get these out as much as possible. Wow. So I like moon, plant, and water. Maybe a stone now and then. I think, since we do this every growth phase, I can prevent them from building, which is rather nice. I really want to get these things out. I can, if I choose that one, I can play an extra card this turn. Interesting. Interesting. I need energy for those. So probably one thing we want to do is get presence. Can I get enough presence to even prevent them? I really don't want to prevent them from building just yet. That's the thing. I could kind of use some of the advice that I have gotten from comments to build, like use some slower powers and just build up a little more gradually. And I start with, I don't think I start with any energy unless I earn it in the first round. So the most I have is like 1. Unless I get that. But I have 2 cards here that allow me to spread presence. One generates fear as well, or could. And this one I just target myself. But it does give me the ability to put my presence out pretty fast. And man, I could really get a lot of these out real quick if I was able to do that. Man, this is tough. This is tough. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add that to that wetlands. Got a couple of Dahan there. We're going to do that. I think getting 1 extra card play, it could help, maybe. With fast powers, thing is I have slow powers, and that's not gonna do me much good. And I don't even think, no, I can afford it. I could afford it. I would not be able to play this one, but if I'm gonna do this one. Oh no, I can only play 1 card. Well, maybe I will, because as I play the cards, I could, in theory, do some more stuff. Yeah, I think. Because right now, I can only play 1 card. Am I going to need the plants? Maybe. But those are slow powers, and it would help me do those, I think. Wouldn't have enough. Well, let's do it this way and see how it works. So, I am going to create a shrine there. And I can get +1 card to play this round. So in theory, for right now, I could play 1 card and I would get 1 energy. And I'm going to, I'm actually going to use that energy right away to, sorry, I gotta clear out these tokens here. So I'm getting energy from spend it right away because I have 1 card here that's a fast power. So I have 3 leaves, 2 water, and 1 moon. So 3 leaves and 2 water means I can defend in a land with a fast power, but I don't need that. Because right now I'm not defending. However, what I am going to do is I'm going to add, you know what? I would normally be able to only play 2 right now anyway. Well, actually, what I'll do is this will go back to my hand. So we'll say I get the +1, I get 2, but this is me getting to add 1 presence up to 1 away from one of my presents already. So I'm going to go ahead and add this up to 1 away from one of my presents already. And I'll go ahead and add it there. So I have 2 shrines. Actually, yeah. Actually, I think I'll add it here. And stack that up so that when I lose one, I don't have to worry about it. But now I can have another card play. I could play up to 2 because I just did that. Assuming I'm playing that right, then I could go ahead and play this 0 card as a slow power. So we're going to do it that way. And then they are going to build in the jungle and put their people there. Now, I could prevent them from building there by removing one of these and destroying it. So they won't build there. That's right. I can do that. So that's what I'm going to do. So then we have the wetlands that I'm going to explore too. So put some fellas out like so, and then I will do my slow powers. And let's see. I can push a building, push 1 building, or I can push 3 to Han. That's going to be a tough choice. They are going to ravage in there. If I can defend 2, that would help. We're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. That's going to be a lot of damage. I would need a lot of minions or something to do some damage. And 3 of those would take a significant amount of work to make that happen. Interesting. Let's see. We also have the slow power here of 1 damage to a city or a village, which I think can only be 1 away from a shrine. So I think I'm going to do 1 damage to this guy. Instead of pushing to Han. And then I'll do 1 damage to this guy again with that power, which will generate 1 fear. And at least get rid of him. And my slow, oh, that was a push, not a damage. That was a push. So I think we will push. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and push these guys in there and see what happens. See if we can get lucky. Let's see if we can get lucky. If that's the target land, let's push that. I'm gonna make sure we're away from any. I think the thing is, I'd hate for them to get destroyed because of that. I have to protect them quite a bit. I don't have a lot to protect them with. I'm not going to take a chance in doing that. What I am going to do is push these guys over and try to get a little bit more help later with Han. Okay, so that's the end of that. I've got 1 card left. That's going to be tough. I'm going to flip my discard sides here. Presence, Azure Presence, and Invaders 3 fear. Oh man, that's going to be rough. Okay, so I get to add a presence, which is growth. So I can add a presence to a jungle or wetland, which I think I'll go ahead and do here. I may end up losing some presence, but we'll see. I can reclaim my cards and gain a power card. Or I could add a presence and get +1 card play this turn. That's not going to help too much. Or I could gain a power card and 3 energy. Oh, man, that wouldn't hurt. And I get the fear. Problem is, I don't have a ton of energy, and I need some. So I think I will gain 3 energy and a power card. So we're going to draw 4 and see what we get here. We've got Shadows of the Burning Forest, helps me generate fear. Delusions of Power, push or generate some fear. Purifying Flame, and this. Interesting. This gives me a moon and a leaf, both, which could end up being pretty powerful when it comes to getting fear. So I think I'm going to use that power card. And these will go to the bottom. And then I get my 1 energy from that. And I can play 2 cards, which is going to cost me 2 energy, which I'll pay. And I have 2 moon and 2 leaf, which means I'll get to do this one. But this, I can either add a presence, or if target land has my presence, I can generate 3 fear. So this is a tough choice, because if I add a presence, I can then destroy it to keep them from ravaging in the jungle and still generate 2 fear of slow power. I'm not going to keep them from building, and I could generate 3 fear right now, and then 5, but they would ravage and they would destroy my presence anyway. So that's a tough one. And I would need presence there to even be able to generate this fear here. Huh. But if I prevent them from ravaging, that's a tough choice. Okay, so I think I'm going to go the slightlier. I'm going to go the riskier way, I think. And do I add the presence and prevent? I think preventing them from, because they ravage, they're going to destroy it anyway. Whew, man. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to generate the 3 fear, because that at least gives me a fear card. And I could potentially get that win condition going. I have no water, no fast power there, so it's all slow powers from here. And we are going to do our fear card. Excuse me. So they're going to ravage there. Alright, so our fear card is that each player can push 1 explorer into a land with more cities than the land it came from. Well, they're going to ravage anyway there, but they're planning to build there. So I'm going to push this guy into there, so at least he doesn't build. I think that's a good move. And so then the invaders are going to ravage, and they will get a blight here. It's going to destroy that presence. It's going to destroy this Dahan. And let's see. Make my screen come back on here so I can see it. Ooh. And then they're going to ravage here, but nothing will happen because they're only doing 1 damage. Then they're going to build in the wetlands, and they don't have any presence there, so they're not building there. And then they will explore, move that fear back up there to the sands. And they'll go here and here. Okay. Alright. Slow powers. What do I get to do here? Well, in a 0 place, I can do a damage. Well, I'm 0 away here, so I could do a damage to a city. That's an interesting. If you're gonna ravage there next turn, so it would help prevent some stuff. Interesting. So I think I'll generate the 2 fear. Well, I do want to do my 1 damage. But where do I do that 1 damage? You know, last turn with this growth, I shouldn't have used that one. I should have used this one. So then I'd have 2 out of the game, like so. But at least out of the plant. I don't know why I didn't do that. So I'm going to pretend I backtracked and did that because that would have made a lot more sense. So now I'm going to go ahead and do 1 damage here and destroy that guy. And then I will generate the fear and target land that I... Oh, it's a mountain or jungle. Shoot. You can push 1 and 1. Hmm. Don't know if that's terribly helpful. It wasn't. It wasn't that, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so now my cards are there. I get to add a presence. I'm going to need energy, for sure. So I'll add presence there. Gets me a little closer to my second plant, which is nice. I think I'm going to have to reclaim my cards, for sure. And I'm going to gain a power card. Do I need a major power card? I don't think I have enough energy to play a major power card yet, so... Let's see. We can quicken the Earth struggles. Ooh. Ooh. That's a defend 10 or a damage to each building. That's good either way. Create a fear and push an enemy. Or if I have 2 fire, I can gain another fear, but I don't usually have 2 fire, so I don't think that's going to work. Savage and Maul Beasts. Interesting. 1 fear and a damage. This allows me to potentially remove light, but I think I like this Quicken the Earth Struggles. I like that defend 10 gives me an option to play with. So I will do that. And then we'll go here. I will gain 2 power. And I have a leaf element this round. Let's see. We're getting our stuff out here. Let's see, what are they going to do? They are going to ravage in the wetlands. So I'm about to have blight up in the wetlands, most likely. Unless I could defend. Now, the only defense I would have is if I create a shrine up here and I defend 2, then I've got a good chance of stopping them. So I like getting a presence out. That would cost me a power to do that. I'll definitely do that. I get 2 card plays. So what else would we like to do? They're going to build in the sands. That would be great to prevent. Let's see. Well, I would need at least another plant in the water to even defend 2 up there. That would give me the thing to do it. So a plant and a water. Here are 2 that give me a plant and a water. And they are slow powers. That would prevent the imminent stuff that I have going on. And I could push or push 3 to home. not bad. Oh, 1 damage. Let's do 1 damage to each of those. That's not bad. I can at least get rid of an invader. And it would give me my options there. So, we're going to do that. To stem the flow of fresh water. And that will actually give us another power later on. Alright. So we have to kind of do this in the right order. I get to add presence. So I'm going to add, I'd like to get up to 3 cards soon. I do want to get my powers too, but I'm going to do that so that I get my that way I can get my this fast power because I have 3 leaf and a water. I can defend 2 in this land where they're going to ravage, which is what I'm going to do, defend in that land. And then I'll have an innate slow and that slow, but I have to wait until after they've done their turn. I don't have any fear cards. That's not going to do anything. But they are going to ravage in this land, but I am defending 2. They're ravaging 3, so only 1 damage is going through. And I have defended. Now the Dahan will do damage. They will wipe these guys out, which will create 1 fear. And they are not ravaging here. They're going to build in the sands, which makes it a little tough because that's going there, and then they're going to explore in the wetlands. Alright, so that is there, and then we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to be able to do 1 damage in the to a city or town 1 away from anywhere. So if I picked this one and then did this one, I could destroy that. Not a bad deal. So I think I'm going to. Oh, it's got to be a 0 away. Okay, it's got to be 0. So the only way I can do that is in a land I have presence. Shoot. I have presence here. I got presence there. So I'll do a damage there. And then I'll use this one and do a damage to this guy in that land. Oh, it's got to be 1 away from a shrine. Shoot. It is 1 away from a shrine. Boom. I can do it. Generates a fear. Gets my last one to get a fear card. Perfect. I'll take it. Alright. So that was low powers, and next turn. So I need to add a presence out. We're going to get up to 3 cards. They are ravaging in the sands. Ooh, this is going to be rough. I've got, man, a bunch that they have to be 0 away, which is going to make this more challenging. I think I'm going to go here. Put that there. And so I reclaim and gain a power card, or gain a power card and energy, or add a presence. That's the tough part. I think I'm going to add a presence and get an extra card play this turn, because getting these presents out is pretty important, and that gives me an option there. I'm going to do that. So I get 3 cards. You know, I'm not sure that I would have done this think I would have done that. That way I would have had the plants. I think I would do that instead. And still get the one extra card play, so I could play up to 3. I'm just not sure I'd be able to play 3 anyway. That's a tough choice. That is a tough choice. Because it gives me more damage being able to do it. Especially if I could get up to 4, which wouldn't be impossible, but it wouldn't give me 2 water either. So that wouldn't help too much. So I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna go with this. It's gonna give me 2 power for my growth phase, and now I can play 3 cards. Well, we're gonna have to defend in that land that we can defend in. So now that's 1 card. I think getting some fear might be quite beneficial. So another fast power, and that gives us 3 leaves and 2 moons. So it means I'm going to get to do 2 damage as a slow power later. I need something with water. So 4 and 1 water will give me some Dahan to push around. Would that power be better? It's 2 fear. That just allows me to defend only on the ravaging end, which actually might be good. Might be good. So I am gonna do that power. Okay. So we can defend 2 in a land where they're gonna ravage. Might as well defend there. It makes the most sense. So this is our defend 2. Well, this could be 1 away from a shrine. So let's defend 2 here, because here we can defend 10 here. We could do that. That's a fast power. So if we defend 10, here we can gain 3 fear, or add a presence, but I think I'd rather gain the fear. Get those fear cards moving. And then here we can push 1 city or 3 to Han. I like the idea of pushing to Han. Defending 10, defending 2. Now if I push 3 to Han, if I go here, if I target this land, if I push and push, then I might be able to, some defending in those lands, do some decent damage too. So I'm going to go for that and see if we do well. And let me double check. I have 2 moons, 3 plants, so we are going to repeat this power and do some damage 0 away from the place I have presence. Alright, so I'm going to have, oh, I don't get to push the Dahan yet. That's a slow power. Whoops. So, don't want to cheat. We're not pushing the Dahan yet. They're just going to sit there. We won't do, we'll just defend. We'll just prevent light. We'll actually get to do a thing. And I have to spend 3 for my power card there. Yeah, there we go. So now we have a fear card that we're able to look at. We're still in level 1. Each player can push up to 2 explorers from an inland land. From an inland land. So it's got to be over here. That's not going to help me a ton, because all the explorers that are going to do stuff are there. That's kind of annoying. Shoot. Gonna push up to 2 explorers from an inland land. I have a feeling mountains is coming out soon. Man, that would have been so helpful in another way. It's just not going to work as well now. Okay. Well, I'm going to forego that because there's not really a good place to push them, per se. And so then they're going to ravage, but I'm defending, so nothing will happen. Don't have any Dahan there to hurt them, sadly. And then they're going to build in the wetlands. Now I do have presence there. I could keep them from building in those wetlands. In fact, I think I'm going to remove my presence so they don't build in that wetlands, but they will build in this wetlands, and then they will explore in all the coastal lands. So 1, 2, and 3. Whoa. Alright. This is starting to feel grim. Alright, now I get my slow powers. I can do 2 damage. I could do 2 damage because I had 2 moons in that. So I could do 2 damage to... it's got to be in a place I have presence. Well, they are going to ravage in the wetlands. I think I'm going to destroy this building. I'm going to do that. And that generates a fear, which I absolutely needed. And now I'm at terror level 2. So that's not too bad. I will take it. And then that's that slow power. So now I can push 1 building or 3 Dahan. I think I want those Dahan there. And maybe in a turn or 2 I can get a defend 10, destroy some stuff there if I push them there. We'll go for that. We'll see what happens. Alright, so that's that. All my slow powers, and now I need to put presence out. So I am going to definitely, well, I'm going to get more presence here, so I can at least, oh yeah, I want to defend 2 there, probably. And now, do I reclaim my cards and gain a power card? I think I am. I think I'm going to reclaim my cards and gain a major power card. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this is, it's getting to that point, I need a major power. So, let's see. We have Vengeance of the Dead. Nothing really gives me the symbols I want. 3 fever. Cost 3. After each effect it destroys a village or a city or Dahan in target land. It's 1 damage per destroyed thing. If I have 3 wild, I can do damage in adjacent lands. Ooh. 2 damage per Dahan in target land. I do like that. Add presence in target land. You normally could not due to land type and defend 20. Ugh. Cost 4. So it's pretty powerful. You end up with 2 suns and 3 stone, 3 fear, invaders or presence. Oh man. I kind of like this one. The 2 damage per Dahan in target land. I feel like that gives me some stuff. And I have to forget another power. Let's So the problem is everything's been fairly useful here. So I don't like the idea of forgetting a power. That gives me a water, and that. Oh. 2 fear and slow power. I'll go ahead and forget Shadows of the Burning Forest. I don't like forgetting that, but I feel like it's one. It is a 0 card. It does give me elements. That's the problem. Some of these give me some good elements, but I gotta pick something. So we'll pick that. We'll forget that spell and get 2 energy here, and we can play 3 cards. Whew. So let's see. They're going to ravage in the wetlands, so I definitely need to make sure I get at least 1 leaf and 1 water. So one of these is going to have to be played of my 3 cards, which is going to cost 0, which is good. Now, the question is what? Now, I think doing damage is pretty handy. And I could maybe destroy a thing. So, I sort of am going to go with this because of the potential for fear and whatnot. And probably won't use that one. So, now I have to pick 2 more cards. I like that. That rules out that card if I do it, because I'll have to spend all my energy. They are going to ravage in the wetlands. I can stop it there and kill them. Here I can't. And there's no Dawn, so that would not help there, but I could destroy that city as a setup for next round. And would generate a decent amount of fear doing that. It's not a bad deal. They are going to ravage for 2 there. I don't like that. I do not like that. And that's not going to add to any abilities. Which I don't like that either. Or I could get the fear. Defend 1 away. I can only pick 1 place. I don't think I can do it everywhere. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for wiping out that city. That makes the most sense. This has to be 0 away from a shrine. Which means I would absolutely need presence to even do it and prevent. It's going to be so tough. Man. That's the problem. I kind of need this next turn. And I don't have 5 to do both of those. But I do like destroying those. I need to do more damage. Alright. Well, we'll just add a presence. That's not going to hurt anything. That'll use all of our power. And we've got a couple of fast powers here, so we're going to get to use those. We are going to defend 2 here. That'll help us out a little bit. Got 1 water. watch those. We've got 1 moon and 2 leaf for 1 slow power. We're going to do 2 damage per Dahan. And I'm going to wipe out those. And that's going to give me 2 fear, which is not bad. I'll take it. We do not have the requisite bottom piece for that. It did have to be a target land with the Han, so we met that. And then I can add a spirit to my board here. I'm going to go ahead and add this because I need energy next round to there. And then we'll do that. And then that's a slow power, and that's a slow power. So we can't do anything there. That does need to be 1 away from a shrine for that slow power. But I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that right now. So, we're going to Ravage. Well, I think I'm gonna lose 1 anyway. So I'm going to pull that out and keep them from ravaging there. They're going to ravage in here, but my defend of 2 is going to prevent the 2. Both those explorers are going to die because of the Dahan. So that's kind of nice. And then they are going to build in the wetlands. They don't have anybody there. They do have a person there. And they have a person there. And they're going to explore into the sands here and here. All right. Excuse me while I get some water. And then my slow power. So I can do 1 damage to 1 building. Or I could do a damage to all buildings in the sands. Well, this has to be 0 away, so I have to have presence for that one. I think if I just target, it's got to be 1 away from a shrine. 1 here, 1 away from a shrine would be acceptable. So I'm going to destroy this guy. 1 from here and 1 from there, and that will take care of that. And I'll generate 1 fear, so I'll take it. That'll work. And then we're going to go to the next phase. I had a fear card. Totally forgot to use it. Well, let's see if we can use it in retrospect. Each player chooses a different land, and chosen lands gather up to 2 Dahan, and then 1 damage if Dahan are present. Well, this was prior to their turn. Well, what I probably would have done is gathered there. There were invaders present. I would have destroyed that. They would not have been able on that turn to... they would have only ravaged 1, which wouldn't have created light, which would have just left that, and this guy would have died, which meant this guy would not have been there. He would not have been able to build in that area. So there, that's a good backtrack. We did the okay with that. All right, back to the top. Let's get my last one out. Let me get up to 4 card plays. Add a presence to a jungle or a wetland. We'll go here for that one. And we're going to, do I reclaim my cards? or add a presence, or gain a power card and some energy. Whew, that is a tough one. They're going to ravage, only in one place actually. That's not too bad. Huh. That's not too bad. Could I, in theory, defend two? I could. I could at least defend two. If I only had these 3 cards, I could do it. I am going to... I'm going to do that in the sands, but I need to get some more power cards. So I'm going to gain another major power card and get 3 energy. And then on there, I'm going to get 3 energy again. So we're going to gain a major power card. I have an idea which card I'm going to forget, but we'll see. It might change. Doesn't hurt. Let's see. 2 fear, 4 damage, 2 accelerated rot. I do like that. And removes a blight. 4 fear. Invaders skip all actions and target land this turn. Ooh. That's pretty good. 1 fear and 7 damage. Holy moly. Add a blight and destroy all the Han. Jeesh. That is going to wipe out some stuff. But it does add blight, which I don't like. I have to pay energy to get that back. Destroy all jungle hungers. Destroy all whatchamajiggers. And explorers and all cities, not cities, towns, and destroy all the Han. It's gotta be 1 away from a jungle with presence. And if you have 2 moon and 3 nature, you can destroy a city and don't destroy any. You know, this is maybe not the best one, but it is so thematically fitting in with it that that's the one I'm going to do. Because even if it causes me to lose, I feel like the Jungle Hungers is exactly what a spread of Rampant Green does. So I am doing that. And I am going to forget this power here. And I've got lots of power. I can play 4 cards, although it would take 6 energy to play all 4 cards. For kicks and giggles, let's see what would happen if I did that. How many elements would I have? I would only have 1 water, so that wouldn't matter. I'd have the stone. So I'm still only defending 2 somewhere. I would have 3 moons and 4, so I could do 3 damage at a 0 away place. Not bad. I might be able to get a fear card this round. We'll see. It's going to cost me all 6 of my energy. I'm going to play all the cards because you should always do as much as you can. So we're going to go for that. And we're going to see if we can survive and win or get very close, one way or the other. Alright, so they're going to ravage in the coastal lands. I don't have to defend much there, really. If I just use my innate power, that should do it and prevent a good cascade. So I'll do that. I can add a presence, or if target land has my presence, gain 3 fear. Well, I really think the fear is what is going to help. So I think for this one, we're going to we're going to definitely do the fear. So we're going to target this land, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 fear, giving us a fear card, And then, so that one will be used. Put this there. So that's used, and then I can either do 1 damage to each building in the land or defend 10. It's got to be in a land where I have a shrine and presence. I think we'll target this land, and what I'll do is just a damage to each building. So then this guy will have taken 1 damage. It won't hurt the other things, but we're actually pretty close. There's not much on the land. If I can get all the buildings destroyed, I will win. And then I will have 1, 2, 3 slow powers, and we'll see how it works. And this slow power, I have met the requirements for the bottom, so we might be able to win this round. Let's see. Alright, before their turn, I get to play the fear card. So I'm going to do that. We're on terror level 2. Each player removes 2 explorers or 1 village from a land with Dahan. From a land with Dahan. Well, I can just remove those. Don't have Dahan in that land. Can't do it. So we'll do that. And then they are going to get to ravage on the coastal lands, but they have nothing there. They're going to get to build in this area. So there and there. They got their cities back. And then they're going to explore into the mountains. Ugh. I felt like I went backwards there quite a bit. Alright, but they didn't get to ravage much. So now I get all of these powers. So this one is to push a city or 3 Dahan. I kind of wonder if pushing the Dahan wouldn't be the better option of the two. Where? So if I start here and I push Dahan here and here, that gives a little bit of help in that land. So I can do that. Now, 1 away from a jungle in any land, I can destroy all explorers and villages and all Dahan. Or if I have, which I do, I can destroy a city and not destroy... Oh, if you have that. Okay, so I do this, and then it's not instead. I didn't do that too. So if I target this land, say, and I destroy all invaders and all of these and all Dahan, but there's no Dahan there, and then because I had the bonus, I get to destroy the city, which generates what was that? 1 fear plus 2 more fear gives me another card. That's pretty good. Dang. That is a powerful, powerful deal. So now I have to go on a land I have 0, and I have all 3 of these, so I can do 3 damage to a city or town. Well, Well, it just makes sense to destroy the city, because that generates 2 fear. So I'm going to do that. Do we meet the condition? We are missing 1 city that we have yet to destroy. That is pretty stinking close. Alright. So I think for this one, I am going to reclaim my cards. And I'm going to actually see if I can get a minor power here that is helpful. I can put a presence on the board in a jungle or wetlands. So I'm going to do it here, I suppose. And what do we want? Moon and water, really. I like removing blight. Those both have moon and water. Ooh, I like that. That's super awesome. You have that instead replace. Oh, yeah. We're gonna do that. Call of the Dahan ways. That's gonna happen. So that's a good card for this. Alright. We get 3 energy. They are gonna ravage in the sands, which means there is what is gonna be the biggest problem, and if I can stop that, then I'll be in good shape. Which I will be able to stop that with Quicken the Earth Struggles for sure. But I could have other options too. 1 away, target land with Dahan. We're definitely going to use this because as a slow power, we'll be able to replace a thing. I'm not going to have a lot of energy to spend this round. We're only going to get that 3. So we're on the low end with energy. Although, that is not bad. I can play 4 cards. And probably generate a fear. Well, that gives me leaf in that. That would be all 3 energy. I would not be defending 10, but I could defend the 2 there. They're going to do 4. So I don't know that I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to need that defend 10. And then if I'm going to get 2 other cards, it's going to be these 2 cards for slow powers. And we'll just pretty much have to see if it works. Now, here's the catch. If I play these cards, I have 3 water, 1 stone, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I had like a stone and a leaf instead of that, I could defend 4. But nothing has a stone and a leaf. Nor would it have. Although, if I replace a card that doesn't, now here's the thing, I need all 3 waters to do it. So if I replace any of these cards, it won't work. Oh, it's so close to that, but I only need the 4. I only need the 4, which this gives me, to defend 4 in that land, which means I don't necessarily need that card, because with just these 3, I could defend 4 in that land, which means I could use my Generate Fear card, which I might do, because that might give me some more options. So I think I'm going to do that, which also will give me these 3. So I might be okay. So I've added the presence there. This is going to cost me all 3 of my power to play, my 4 cards. I am going to defend 4 here. This guy got his thing back. And I am going to use this card in a land that has my presence. I don't really care where. It's got to have invaders. That's got my presence and invaders. And I'm going to generate 1, 2, 3 fear, giving me a fear card, meaning now if there's no cities, I win. So I win. But for the sake of fun, let's play out the turn. All right, let's see. Let's see. On their turn, we would use these first, and we're at terror level 3. So each player removes an invader from a land with 2 or few invaders. So we're going to do that. And each player removes 1 invader or city from any land. Boom, we're going to do that. And then we're going to let them ravage. Well, they're going to ravage and nothing's going to happen. It's just going to do that. If I'm defending 4, taking 4, nothing's happening. They would build in the mountains, but have no mountains in which to build, and they would explore into the jungle and the sands. So they would go there, they would go there. They don't have a city or a village, and it's not near the coast, so they won't go there. This one's near the coast. They will go there. Okay, so that's that. So now, this has got to be 0. It's got to be away from, 1 away from where I have a shrine. I can do 3 damage, generate a fear. Not bad. So that's all 3 of those. I can replace I have both. I have 2 moons. I can replace a invader with a Dahan. So I'll convert this guy, whoops, to a Dahan. Nice. That's it. I can push some Dahan, push some cities, but that's pretty much it. And that's the game. All right. Well, definitely in the comments, please put any errors you saw me make, any way I cheated. In reflecting back on this game, I'm afraid a few times I probably did my growth for the Rampant Green in areas that were actually not jungles and wetlands, so I probably cheated that way. But I probably made some other mistakes too, so let me know if you saw mistakes. If you liked the video, let me know. Trying to do a little bit of a different video piece here where you can see me and watch the play. Hopefully it will work. And I have a Patreon account now. This is a hobby I love doing on the side, but if there is enough interest, I will certainly invest more time in doing it when I'm not working. Thank you for joining Unraveled Game Thoughts today, and have a great week.